Hello everybody and welcome to IVT Institutional Volume Terminal. So professional trading comes down to one thing. It is spotting the regime changes before the crowd does. But to do that, you need data depth, you need intrabar volume delta or anchored VWAP. And the problem is that it's a lot of data and it usually causes a lot of lag. So I fixed it. Yeah, so the solution is here. I incorporated a light mode, a fast light mode that shows you the AVWAP, it shows liquidity sweeps, it shows absorption. So it calculates it very fast. So you can actually go through 50 tickers in minutes just to find the right setup. But when you find the right setup, like we have here in silver, then I turn off the light mode and boom, here we have the elite mode. It is 10 times the data. It has intrabar delta, confluence scores, the works, and it unlocks instantly. So we have a lot of possibilities with this indicator. We have the VWAP, we have fair value gaps, we have fair value zones, mitigation look back, we have intrabar data, we have a lot of things. And I also added something I call the IVT magnet, which is a confluence on AVWAP and the golden pocket and liquidity sweep. And when that is reached, a box will appear, which is a very good area to buy. It also has the confluence of a lot of volume. So if we look at silver here, we have seen here with silver is that this has been like a very good trade for a lot of people. I haven't traded it, but I want to just show you some signs that you can use when you use this indicator. Here we have a lot of green squares, and that means that we are seeing more buyers than sellers. We break out and we actually even break out of the second deviation band from the VWAP. And that means that you need to be careful. You need to log in some profits. And on the second deviation band, I would probably log in 66% of my trade and then just let the rest ride. We have what I am noticing here on the top, why it kind of told me, and I know this is in hindsight and it's always easy to sit and look back, but we are overextended, no doubt about it. We are seeing liquidity sweep here, we are seeing a liquidity sweep here as well, and that tells me that something is going on in the market. The institutions, the big players, they want liquidity. And sure enough, it went down hard. It is one of the biggest crashes we have seen for a long time. But what we also see is it stops at the AVWAP, at the anchored AVWAP that I'm using. So this functioned as a very good support level, and we are probably gonna go up and test the 94, 95 again. But the confluence score is just 1, so I'm not touching it. If I have a confluence score of 3, maybe I would consider going in a trade like this. But we are already 16% away, so the buy had to be at the VWAP. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. It also tells a clear story here. At the top of the 99, we were seeing a deviation. We were seeing the delta started to turn negative. And here my confluence shows a confluence of 4, which has been a pretty decent short opportunity, where I, in this case, would have taken something off the table when I reached the puck. And we did see a reaction on the puck. We did again see a reaction on the AVWAP, which means that institutions, they were not supporting a buy opportunity. They were actually distributing at the AVWAP. We see it a lot of the time. We see it here, we see it here. We go down to the low part of the fair value, and then we go up, we test it again. We see some negative delta, which tells us that there are more sellers than buyers in the market. And then we take a puke down to the 74.5, which is, yes, this is a double bottom from back in April, which means that it could actually be a double bottom that's working this time. But the problem is I am not seeing any signs that this is a sustained rally that's about to happen. If you look up in the right corner, we are seeing that the bias is bearish. We are 12.3% under the VWAP. We have a Confluence Score right now at 2, which means this is not a good setup. I am not shorting it either because, yes, we are about 30% down from the all-time high, and I would be a fool to start shorting in this area. Okay, so what I am looking for is I will not go into this trade unless we reclaim the POC and the AVWAP. And then we start slowly building a base above this. And then you probably tell me, what? But you should buy down here. Yes, fine, do that. But and that would be a fantastic trade, good for you. The problem is you're buying a falling knife, and it will kill you in the long run if you always try to buy a falling knife. And I am sure every top trader out there would agree with me. Sometimes you take a chance, yes, if you have the right plan. Most of the time you need to follow the structure, and this is my structure. I follow the institutional's footprint. Okay, so if you took the trade down here, if you were so lucky or skilled that you actually bought the 75, the 76, I just want to remind you that we are in a distribution phase. So I'm sure that a lot of big players, they will use the POC and the EVAP for distributing more, especially those who are trapped at these levels. Okay, so the market has shifted. The technicals on Bitcoin, they don't seem very good right now. Silver has flipped as well. And if you're using the basic moving averages, you are just trading blind. So my IVT Elite indicator, it is now live. It is faster, it is deeper, and it is smarter. So get the tools that the pros they use. The link is in the description. Trade safe and respect the regime and the structure. Bye.